You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Hey, what's cracking, YouTube? This is Oversaturated podcast. I'm Ralph.
I'm Johnnie.
Man, we appreciate you guys for stopping by the channel. If this is your first time, please make sure you subscribe. If you like any of the content from this channel, make sure you hit the notification bell. You will get an email. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. But you know why you're here. You saw the title. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
You said it right.
I stopped. I thought about it. I breathed.
Yeah, there you go.
Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2.
Episode 2.
Came out Friday. As you guys know, on Disney Plus. We are here to give our reaction / review to that episode. Johnnie, what is just your overall thoughts of the episode before we get into the nuts and bolts?
Fuck John Walker.
That's interesting.
That's not all I got.
Interesting.
Okay, so I thought episode 2 was good.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to see things that I dislike about this show, and I feel like the things that I dislike in this episode are going to be amplified as we continue through the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which we'll get into in a minute.
Okay, yeah. I enjoyed the episode for the most part. I think maybe I can get with what you're going with. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that, obviously, and throughout our discussion. But just want to be honest, I think this episode is cool. But we got 6 episodes. I know everything can't be the first episode, so let's just get that out that out the way. But we do have to allow time for these characters to develop and see where we're gonna go with the story. Let's just get straight into it, man. John Walker, the new Captain America. I think they tried to give us a little bit into his backstory, which I can appreciate as a watcher,
right,
as a viewer of the show.
Of course.
He is everything that Steve Rogers isn't. That's one thing that I took away from him.
What do you mean?
Steve Rogers was bony, skinny, not athletic. He had the heart of gold. Mm-hmm. But what's his name?
Walker.
John Walker.
Yeah.
He seems like the high school jock, the one that went to the military, the one that has all the accolades. He's pretty much ready-made Captain America.
He's the type of individual. If you go back to the first Captain America movie,
yeah,
he's the type of individual that they did not want to give the serum to.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So I get what you're saying by saying he's everything Captain America wasn't.
Pretty much. He's anti-Steve Rogers, pretty much.
Yeah. On paper, he's the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
To be Captain America.
Yeah.
But his mind, the way he thinks, the way he goes about things.
And what's so crazy?
Different.
Yeah, that's true. And I think that he even though he's not Steve Rogers, he knows that trying to live up to Steve Rogers is nuts.
Right.
Like, he even questions why did he put this, why did I put myself in this situation?
Right.
I'm not ready. I'm not these guys.
Right.
And one thing I found interesting, he's not souped up on nothing.
Okay, and I thought he was when they showed him actually like throwing the shield at the targets. Yeah. I was like, okay, so they gave him the serum. No. And we saw that he didn't have the serum when he was getting his ass kicked on them tractor trailers.
Yeah. Before we get there, let's stay with the him trying to step into the Captain America moniker of the title. One thing that I noticed that was very interesting and very parallel to the first, the Captain America movie. Like, remember when Steve Rogers finally got the serum and he had to start doing all those USO shows looking goofy?
Yeah.
This is the same thing. They're parading around Captain America, even though they had this HBCU band, which HBCU band won the Battle of the Bands to get on this Marvel MCU show.
Okay, I was going to say, that was the watered down version, because even they movements didn't seem synced. It wasn't a real HBCU band. I don't think they pulled them from a HBCU and was here. It was just some band players.
Maybe it wasn't the good ones.
I didn't see it. He did.
I didn't see it. I didn't see a school.
But you know what's also crazy? That was supposed to be his high school. That was a high school band.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Allegedly. No, them was wrong.
Look, they said it. Like, how did it feel to come back to your high school? And the interview asked him that. I thought that was crazy.
I don't think it was high school band though.
that was crazy.
But yeah, now you kind of get into what Falcons or where you going?
Yeah, we can get into the Falcon.
Yeah.
Where did we pick up with Falcon at? He is.
I think he's seen them parade the new Captain America around.
Right.
That's where you pick up with Falcon, I believe. And Bucky finally links up with Falcon, right?
Yeah, I didn't like how they finally linked up. Like, I just felt like it was too
soon,
regular. Like, Sam was about to go on a mission, and Bucky just walks up. Hey, Sam, how could you let them take the shit? Like, it was just too simple for my taste.
Okay.
But we finally see Falcon and Bucky together in their usual I don't like you banter.
I love it.
I do too.
I love that odd couple, buddy cop. I love that between them. Like, cause it works so well with them. Like, it really do.
It does. He had the joke about Bucky being in Wakanda. What are you, White Panther now?
Like,
no, actually White Wolf.
Right.
He's like, oh damn, I wanted a Wakanda name. Like, thought that was funny.
No, it was little stuff like that, and then like Bucky threatened to, he's like, I don't like Red Wing. Like the little Red Wing jokes throughout the episode, those were gold. Oh my god, that was gold.
Yeah, definitely those are like the highlights of this episode.
Yeah.
But then we get to Falcon and Bucky actually. It seems as if they're about to save a hostage.
Yeah.
But it turns out the hostage is actually working with the Flag Snatchers.
Who's actually she's the leader.
Yeah, right, which was crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. I kind of saw that coming. I was like, man, she ain't responding like she's scared. Like, something about that. Like you know, because we've seen it so many times before. Like, I was just like...
Yeah, it's crazy. And then we find out that there are actually 8 individuals who have the super soldier serum, because as they're tracking these individuals, we see them lifting these big pallets of, like, metal and things like that into the... here, grab the other side, bro.
And Bucky wanted to take them on. Like, he's like, hey, man, wait, fam. Like,
and I think that's a callback to what Bucky is used to. Like, he's the assassin, right? He's used to just going in, raking shit, and getting out. Mm-hmm. But like, it can't be that way on a stealth type mission. Like, you have to recon, see what's really going on. Because if you just go in smashing things, you can't get the answers that you're really looking for.
What do you think about the action that led after that scene? The action scene. Like the fight on the tractor trailer, like the engagement and all that stuff.
Bucky had to end up saving... No, I'm sorry. Falcon had to end up saving Bucky. And I think this is where they come to the revelation that there really are more there's more super soldier serum out there in the world. Yeah. So it's like, damn, how could this happen? How come I didn't know about it? Where are they getting this stuff from?
Yeah.
It's like, man, like...
I think that's what they're starting to get at. Like, okay, we have to figure out, we have to get to the root of this. Because, you know, obviously we just got our asses handed to us by these super soldiers, you know, with the mask or whatnot. And then you get, you know, Great Value Man, who we eloquently call him, and his sidekick, you know, Lamar. What is it, Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson. I know, but it was Lamar something, but...
Lamar Hoskins.
Lamar Hoskins,
right? A.K.A. Battlestar.
Right, I was like, okay. But that's his best friend, though. That's literally his best friend, though.
And I don't know how I feel about all these black sidekicks. I feel like it continues to happen, and it's sort of a parallel to Captain America and Falcon.
It's the same thing, and okay, let's go here. That's why I believe that maybe we'll get to you. There's no way you can discuss Falcon and Winter Soldier and not discuss race.
Facts.
You know this, and I think that's part of the reason why Falcon did give up the shield. Like, he felt like he wasn't worthy enough because
100%.
Part of the reason is probably because he's African American.
Yeah.
And you know, you being a symbol of America just doesn't sit well with you because you know what's going to come with that.
Yeah. So
it's easy for them to give it to this John Walker guy. And then let, you know, Battlestar be his sidekick, pretty much what you were to Cap.
Yeah.
it's okay for that. But when it's on you to step up into that role, you're not. I can't.
I know, and this is where my slight disdain for the series starts to come in now.
Mm-hmm.
Like through episode 2, there seems to be a deep racial undertone in these episodes, and in a world in a cinematic universe where literally there are aliens that exist, we still have these issues of racism, and that to me it bothers me. It bothers me slightly, but I do get it though. I do understand, and now we have to figure out what the ramifications of this show will be throughout the MCU going forward. Because you can't just touch on this in Falcon and Winter Soldier, the show, and then not branch out going forward.
I actually applaud it, like, I guess because we look at this as sci-fi and fantasy, it's not supposed to, mirror real life.
Right.
But even in the comics, and you know better than me, they put real life situations in there where it involves race, where it involves sexism, where it involves like all these things. So I'm not really necessarily, smitten by it. I get it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it as a viewer because you can't sit here and tell me that this black man is going to be the symbol for America when you know how America gives it up.
I know, and it's messed up. And now that we're here, Bucky takes Sam to see Isaiah Bradley.
Now, is Isaiah Bradley anybody of significance?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I actually had to look this up.
Okay.
In the comic books, and they alluded to this in the show, Isaiah Bradley is one of hundreds of African American people that the government experimented on with the super soldier serum after Captain America went into the ice.
Okay.
Isaiah Bradley was the only African American to survive that experiment, and for a very, very brief stint, he was Captain America.
Interesting.
Now, in the show, Isaiah Bradley and Bucky, they have the exchange. Isaiah says, "I just wanted to see if you got your arm back," because they had a fight. The government sent Isaiah Bradley to fight the Winter Soldier when he was being mind controlled, and he actually ripped his arm. He whooped his ass, ripped his arm off. Now that's back when his arm was just metal; it wasn't vibranium then.
And I guess the super soldier serum doesn't keep you from aging, because the reason why Cap was
remember they was on ice for 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. He was on ice for 7 years. Wasn't Winter Soldier frozen too?
Yeah, so anytime he wasn't out on missions, they had him frozen.
Okay, and that was one thing that I got caught up on. I was like, well, why is he old?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I was like, why is he
I think it just it ages you slower than the average human.
Okay.
It still ages you, you just age slower. That's all it is. And we got the glimpse of him still being strong when he threw the canister in the wall. So that was a huge reveal, because I feel like it's going to. And you saw how Falcon was upset. Like, how come we didn't know about this? Did you ever tell Steve? So now that we know that the super soldier serum has been out there in the MCU for decades, like for decades.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, that is a huge reveal.
That's crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting anything like that. So it's like, oh shit. So what's about to happen now?
Yeah, like we talked about, there has to be some ramification from this stuff. We talked about the last review we did. There has to be something. Where is it coming from and where is it going? Like, we have to figure that out. And we're going to get to it, but we have to talk about one scene in particular, because they were in the city of Baltimore. Shout out to The Wire. But but no, it's funny because, it's not funny. They originally profiled Sam Wilson, and he was like, I'm not. It was like, that's a very harsh reminder. Like, Bucky's like, it's just like that whole exchange. I was just like, yeah.
That's like,
yeah. He's like, I didn't recognize you without your goggles.
For me personally, I have PTSD on those types of scenes, because I've been in that situation before, and we see this stuff all the time in the media. So for me personally, I had slight PTSD, but it's like, damn, bro, we just can't catch it. You literally saved the universe. You helped save the universe.
That's not for us. That's nuts.
That's
not for us to view. That's for the majority.
Yeah.
How could they profile Sam? He's a good one. He's a good one.
Fail.
But
he saved the country and the world countless times.
Yeah, we off of that. But we gotta talk about the Flag Smashers real quick before we go any further, right?
Yes, sir.
You see the leader of Flag Smashers, I forget her name. I'm not sure if you have it in your notes. But I find her as being insignificant. But just in this, we'll get to the overarching thing. But you see, the Flag Smashers are not necessarily the
bad guy.
The bad guys. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that's trying to uphold the resistance, because when the blip was the thing, they were out here living and everything. And then when everybody came back, they weren't the priority anymore. Yeah. So it seems like they're turning into a life of crime for the resistance. Is that fair, or are they finding ways to? I'm trying to figure out what their mission is. I think that's one. It
sounds like they're trying to play Robin Hood to the people who didn't get blipped. So from what I gather from the episode is that when Iron Man snapped everybody back, the people who were already here still living, they stopped being taken care of by government, by just everybody.
Okay.
So, and all the focus shifted to all the people that got blipped back.
Rather than the people that just need it. There's still a population of people being neglected.
Exactly. So that's where the Flag Smashers come in, where they're trying to get supplies and things for people that were still there during those 5 years where everybody was blipped away.
That's interesting. You find I'm okay. Maybe I have to. I guess maybe because just as a viewer, I'm like, damn, where are all the people at? I guess I want to see them drop off some supplies or something.
Right.
I think that's where my confusion is. I was just like, okay, but who do you think texts? I think her name was Carly. Now that it's coming back to me.
Okay.
Who do you think texted her? That said, you have my things. I want to kill you.
Honestly, I don't know. And when she got the text, I was like, and when she got the text, that's when I realized, oh shit, they might not be the villains.
And the thing with that is, okay, if
she stole it from somebody.
If they're not the villains, why in the very first episode you had that big guy to beat up Torres when they broke into whatever?
It was a bank.
Yeah, okay, they stole money.
Money, too big.
Oh, okay. I guess you do need money to do things. So, okay, never mind.
I'm like, I really don't know who could have texted her. Mm-hmm. So whoever it was, she was stealing stuff from him. Okay. But this could be the actual villain. Yeah. It could be just It could just be some smuggler. Literally don't know.
You literally don't know. But do you think that now we got to get to the granddaddy of them all? Do you think Zemo has anything to do with this?
I really want to say no. Okay. But I feel like Zemo is smart enough to where he would be able to pull these types of strings from his cell. I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, okay, well, who is she texting? Because she's obviously afraid, because they have to pretty much play the shell game. They have to do the Underground Railroad type of thing. Yeah. They have to really be in and out of places. They have to erase their name from the Euro database or whatever, Interpol or whatever they call it. So you see it, it's like, okay, she's obviously the leader. One band, one sound, whatever they say, one word, one people, right? So it's just obviously she's the leader, but she still has a level of pessimism. I don't know what's going on. Right. What am I gonna do? Right. So now I'm getting threats via text message from an unknown number, and I'm interested to see what happens with the Flag Smashers, because obviously they're not the bad guys. Not what they're made out to be, but they are obviously have been experimented on super soldiers.
Great.
Clearly.
And so Sam and Bucky are going to Zemo to ask him what he knows about the super soldier serum, because he has all of that information. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Zemo breaks out. I don't know if Zemo ends up actually helping Sam and Bucky. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm thoroughly curious.
Well, before I'm gonna get back to that, okay. But it's one part that I think we need to discuss. Mm-hmm. What do you think about John Walker and pretty much threatening them? Threatening.
I saw that coming. I feel like at some point, they're gonna fight. Sam and Bucky's gonna fight. Value America and Battlestar. You can almost start to see the entitlement in John Walker. It's he's trying to get Sam and Bucky to work with them, but they work within the confines of the government, what the government say they can do.
Yeah.
Sam and Bucky, hey, we don't work for them. We out here.
Yeah.
So you can see them start to clash.
And he said, "Stay out of my way." So that was a threat.
Oh, 100%.
That is a 100%.
100%.
But no, getting back to Zemo, like you said, I don't know if this is like a good or a bad thing because, like Sam said, are you even ready to be in a room with him again?
Yeah, and that's real. The last time we saw them in a room together, Zemo was able to save activate the Winter Soldier. Basically.
So we'll see if the workings of Shuri and Wakanda have reversed that effect on him.
Right.
We'll see. I don't think. Let's ask the question. Do you think Winter Soldier will come? Like he could come back?
I feel like it's possible. I do feel like it's possible. Like you never know how Shuri and them probably did get majority of their stuff out, but you never know how deep that goes when you say that combination of words. Like that shit could activate. We don't even know what could happen. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I say I would be so excited if he came back as Winter Soldier. I would be.
If he come back as Winter Soldier with a vibranium arm, his shit was just metal before.
Yeah,
I thought
it always had vibranium.
I don't think it was always vibranium. Because how would Hydra have gotten vibranium? It was still.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just. I just feel like it was a real strong metal or something.
Oh yeah.
So my last thing, with going back to the fight action scene on the tractor trailers.
Yeah.
We see Sam and Bucky really aren't a team. Like Captain America and Bucky were a team. Captain America and Falcon, they were a team.
Even Captain Battlestar a team.
They a team, but we see that Bucky and Falcon are not an actual team. So I hope.
I was gonna say, but there never been really situations where they had to fight together.
True.
Because you know, obviously Captain Bucky from World War II to whenever they just had that energy, and then Falcon and Cap actually just worked well together too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when it came to Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's just they never had that time and space to really figure each other out.
Right.
They're still figuring each other out as people, and even we kind of glossed over this, but even that psychology scene, like the scene where they were with the therapist, was very, very powerful because
Bucky was like, "Hey, no." Somebody asked somebody, "Why did you give up? Why did you give up the shoe?"
Well, I mean, he asked Falcon that, obviously.
And Bucky was like, "Steve chose you. So if he was wrong about you, maybe he was wrong about me."
Mm-hmm.
And we all know during the movie Winter Soldier how
he never gave up.
Even in Civil War, never gave up on him. And I didn't even realize that's something that Bucky could be dealing with. Like, damn, like he really went through all of these lengths to save me. What if he was wrong about me?
And think about it like this too. That's the only person in the world that did believe in him.
Yes.
And now
he's gone. Man, that's some deep PTSD right there.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
I love it, man.
That's crazy.
That's pretty much episode 2.
Yeah.
Did you have any like wild predictions for 3 or anything that you see coming or anything like that?
I honestly can't even begin to predict what's about to happen. Like they're going to talk to Zemo. I don't know where that's going.
Obviously, Zemo gets out.
Oh,
obviously.
Definitely. I want to know how he gets his purple face mask because that's his original costume in the comics. So I think that's dope. I want to know who texts old girl from the Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
If it's Zemo, that's nuts.
I think it is Zemo, man. Like Zemo is one of the underrated, underappreciated villains of the MCU.
100%.
Because he manipulated Falcon. I mean, not Falcon, but Captain.
You switched the other way.
He manipulated Captain and Iron Man to fight against each other. He said, "I know that I could never take them down by myself. Like I'm not strong enough, but I'll get them to do it themselves." Yep. So somebody to do those type of mind games and things like that. Cerebral. And the lengths that he went to get the information to be able to even put them against each other. Yeah. Crazy. I love it. Yeah, man. I love it. Definitely. I literally can't predict. I don't know. Yeah, like there's no there's no like,
and I'm happy about that I can't predict it.
there's no real like linear story. I mean, guess because we haven't seen it, so it's hard to it's easy to say that because we don't see what's coming.
Right.
And I guess that's great, and that's just a testament to the writing and obviously the budget. The budget.
Man,
this is a movie short.
Six part movie.
Yeah,
Crazy.
great. But that was Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2 review and reaction from Oversaturated the podcast.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like anything, make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that thumbs up button on this video. And we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.